You deserve it.
Oh, hey, thanks, Daddy. Hey, you got any lemonade I can mix this with?
Or pineapple juice?
Give me those back. Y'all ain't ready.
The biggest show on television continues in a CBS event.
The walls are closing in on all sides.
Yellowstone, Sunday on CBS.
This is a unique adventure for every person who plays.
New Survivor, Wednesday at 8, 7 Central on CBS.
Clip in, we've got a windy system dropping temps and lake effect rain showers, maybe even snow showers. I'll tell you more in a few. Live from downtown Marquette, it's your 19 News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, the race for the new Speaker of the House is heating up. Tonight, who's making their case for the position as Kevin McCarthy dodges rumors he's planning to resign from Congress. Plus, the new jobs report is out, how many jobs were added last month and where the unemployment rate currently stands. And high school students in Dickinson County get an interactive look at manufacturing fields and opportunities that are right in their hometown. Your 19 News starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 11.
It's finally feeling like fall, Arian. We're also in for a bit of a wet weekend in some spots. It's even raining here tonight.
I know, right? But that is definitely going to be the story, Sarah, into our weekend, maybe even next week as well. It's a great time for all this flannel and plaid, friends. Our temperatures are dropping. We've got a clipper system moving in, actually here right now, hence these gustier winds, cooler temperatures, and likely rain showers to continue coming off the lake. Those lows could be down in the mid-30s even this evening, as well as the next couple of evenings. Today we saw a high of 52 out at the National Weather Service. I've got your full forecast and snow predictions on the way.
Thank you very much, Ariane. The battle to be the next Speaker of the House is gaining steam on Capitol Hill. Former President Donald Trump is even throwing his support to Ohio's Jim Jordan, but it's not clear if either candidate has the votes to take the gavel. Willie James Inman reports from Washington.
The House Speaker job remains vacant after hardline Republicans and Democrats forced Kevin McCarthy out this week. But the battle to take his place is heating up. Republicans Jim Jordan of Ohio and House Majority Whip Steve Scalise of Louisiana have announced they're running for the position. Former Vice President Mike Pence spoke about the turn of events.
Well, I think a great deal of Steve Scalise, Jim Jordan. There are a number of leaders in the Congress that would do an outstanding job.
Former President Donald Trump endorsed Jordan, a longtime close ally. While at the White House, President Biden commented on the House Speaker race.
For some people, I imagine it's going to be easier to work with than others, but whoever the speaker is, I'll try to work with.
All I'm saying is we need to unite the conference. I think I can do that.
Jordan is the founder of the Conservative Freedom Caucus and a leader of the Biden impeachment inquiry. Scalise is currently fighting blood cancer, but cleared to run by his doctors. McCarthy, meanwhile, said he plans to finish his House term, denying media reports to the contrary.
I'm still here finishing my job, all right?
You thinking about running for re-election?
Yes.
McCarthy came under fire from right-flank Republicans and was pushed out of the House Speaker job after he relied on Democrats to avoid a government shutdown last weekend.
McCarthy has served in the House since 2007, but was booted from the House Speaker job after less than 9 months. Meanwhile, the United Auto Workers Union announced today it is not expanding its strikes against the big three automakers, but the union says there's still work to be done. That's just one of 3 major strikes currently affecting workers and businesses around the country. Bradley Blackburn is in New York with the latest.
As the strike against the big three automakers entered its 4th week, the president of the United Auto Workers Union announced what he called a major breakthrough with General Motors.
GM has now agreed in writing to place their electric battery manufacturing under our National Master Agreement.
The breakthrough happened as the union was preparing to expand its walkout against GM.
I wish I were here to announce a tentative agreement at one or more of these companies, but I do want to be really clear. We are making significant progress.
Members have been picketing in targeted strikes across 20 states as the union seeks a 36% wage increase and other benefits. More than 75,000 healthcare workers entered the final day of their strike against Kaiser Permanente without a deal. Nurses, technicians, and others walked off the job for 3 days to protest staff shortages and demand higher pay.
I think that we have made a very big impact, and we'll come out here again if we have to.
And renewed negotiations between the Actors Union and Hollywood studios resumed Friday and are expected to continue Monday. Members of SAG-AFTRA have been on strike since July.
The spirit and the energy and the determination to see this through and across the finish line is fierce.
Key sticking points include pay issues in the streaming era and the use of artificial intelligence.
The Writers Guild, which had gone on strike in May for similar reasons, ended its strike late last month after reaching a deal with the studios. Even though parts of the economy are slowing down, a new report shows the job market remains very strong. Natalie Brandt takes us inside the numbers.
The holiday hiring rush is already on. Amazon is looking to add 250,000 workers. Target wants to hire 100,000 employees, and so does UPS, which needs to fill a range of positions.
Our part-time package handlers are going to be making about $21 an hour. That's just to start. Our drivers will be about $23 an hour just to start.
A new report from the Labor Department shows overall the U.S. economy added 336,000 jobs in September, and numbers for July and August were revised significantly higher. The unemployment rate remained near a historic low of 3.8%.
Why do you think this report was better than expected?
The U.S. economy has remained much more resilient than has been expected.
Mark Hamrick, senior economic analyst for the personal finance website Bankrate, says bars and restaurants are back to pre-pandemic staffing levels, and the government increased hiring, including new teachers.
The outlook, in a sense, for the rest of the year with this newly gained momentum is better for the job market.
Employers remain confident hiring despite uncertainty in the economy, which has increased with labor strikes, rising interest rates, and a chaotic week in Congress.
Still, the president believes the economy is resilient.
We have the highest share of working-age Americans in the workforce in 20 years.
But the Federal Reserve may not be celebrating. The Fed wants economic growth to slow to ease inflation, and these strong jobs numbers could mean another interest rate hike. The Fed makes its next decision in November.
Meantime, in Dickinson County today, Bay College West hosted 300 high school students for Manufacturing Day. WZMQ's Iron Mountain Bureau reporter Amy Doyle shares how some of the local industries are engaging with students.
I visited 2 classrooms that were immersed in hands-on learning. I caught some high school students throwing paper airplanes in class, but it was all a part of giving students an opportunity to explore working in the professional trades. Kingsford and Norway students were the first on the scene to take part in this year's Manufacturing Day, spearheaded in part by the Dickinson Area Economic Development Alliance. Loadmaster is a national manufacturer of garbage trucks based out of Norway that ships all across the country to cities like Minneapolis and Tampa, and their crew designed an activity using the paper planes to teach kids to measure quality control.
There's a lot of manufacturing in this area, so we're trying to bring awareness to what's going on in different companies that are around here. So it's just basic manufacturing steps and kind of the quality control. It's just an easy activity for them to do quality control. So we're kind of doing, if they have messed up airplanes or something like that. Sometimes we'll get students that'll just fold the whole stack in half, so we'll count that at the end. If there's a whole stack, that'll count negatively towards them.
Grady Foundry is emphasizing the importance of recycling and sustainability as the engineers are providing a live casting demo for these adolescents to dig into.
We have a small foundry demo where we actually make sand molds and pour liquid tin.
Grady is giving the students a few options for their very own casting.
Upper Peninsula, Wisconsin, cupcakes, fish that they can pick to make, and then they get to take that shape, the actual parts with them. Well, it shows that everything gets recycled. There's nothing out there that really shows what a foundry is and how it works, so we can bring that to them.
Amy Doyle, WZMQ 19 News, Iron Mountain.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break, plus new inductees into the UP Labor Hall of Fame. We'll tell you who was honored tonight in Marquette. And later, why a pharmaceutical company is creating a single vaccine that will treat both the flu and COVID. We're back in 2 minutes.
"19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
The wait is over. England Furniture's quick shipping is back at Kirkish Furniture. Choose your style and fabric and receive your furniture in as little as 30 days. Browse our in-stock selection or let our staff help you customize the perfect sofa or chair. Plus, 1 year free financing and free delivery.
Menards will help you stack up. Big savings when insulating your home. Plus, save 11% on all insulation. A properly insulated home can save you money on your utility bill, all while increasing your family's comfort. Plus, stack on the savings and save more money with additional federal tax credits on qualifying energy efficiency home improvement purchases. Pick up a roll of R15 high-performance craft paper-faced fiberglass insulation for just $14.99 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Escanaba and Delta County, home to beautiful beaches, Lake Michigan, lighthouses, pretty parks, and great people. It's why so many are proud to say, this is home. I'm Lily Simmons. I'll show you what's happening here every day. In your schools, your communities, and businesses. Sharing what makes this area so special.
Lily Simmons reports from Delta County. Weeknights at 6 and 11. Only on WZMQ 19 News.
Now more than ever, you need to know what's happening here in Washington. Decisions affecting your life by the people you set here. I'm Rachel Knapp, tracking the daily decisions by your senators and representatives. That's my job, and I report to you. Healthcare, education, the economy, taxes, jobs, all hang in the balance. Watch my reports from Capitol Hill only on WZMQ 19 News.
Whenever you need us, WZMQ 19 News is just a click away. Watch the latest 19 News anytime on the free WZMQ 19 News app. Now, WZMQ 19 News First Warning Weather with Ariane Stasic.
Cloudy skies out there right now, some scattered or numerous showers across the UP, and we've got the temperatures right now in the 40s. We could, though, see them even cooler, especially here along that Wisconsin border. Ironwood and Iron River expected to possibly be in the upper 30s. It's going to be chilly. There's actually a frost advisory over in Duluth, Minnesota. We've got gusty and wet conditions into our weekend. We've also got rain showers, maybe some snow showers, but right now it's looking like if anyone's seeing it, it might be Baraga County after midnight, late. And then showers continuing on our Saturday as well as Sunday. Hopefully, though, those winds should be slowing down on Saturday. Now, we've been talking about when do we think those first flakes are going to hit the ground. So here at the station, we were looking at having rules as far as when we actually see the snowflakes. They don't actually have to stick to the ground or accumulate. So I'm saying October 27th, which is a Friday. Sarah is saying October 16th, which is a Monday. And Jim Koski is saying Wednesday, November 8th. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully, Baraga will tell us if they're going to see any snowflakes this evening. All right. Winds right now still coming out of the northwest. We've got this clipper system bringing that precipitation as well as gusty conditions, especially in the Keweenaw, where we could see gusts up to 40 miles an hour into our weekend here. But like I said, we should be slowing down just a little bit on Saturday, but we could see some gusty conditions returning on Sunday evening. So just, you know, it's fall. We're in the season. Mother Nature's in the season. We're into it. All right, lake alerts. We still have those gust alerts on Lake Superior. Basically, stay off the lake if you can, because it could get a little bit dicey out there. Precipitation over most of Michigan this evening. As you could see downstate here, some heavier rain showers as well as thunderstorms. We've had some of those conditions here in the central portions as we take a look at current conditions on the radar. Basically Marquette County and just the outskirts of Alger and Baraga counties as we get into our evening. Okay, looking at Saturday morning, most of that rain shower is going to start off of the lake here on the northeast course, or coast shorelines here, and then maybe even into our Saturday afternoon, staying a little bit dry in the west there until Sunday morning. We could see some rain showers as well. Hopefully things drying out though for most of our afternoon. Lots of clouds passing in and out. We might see some sun on Sunday, but other than that, it's going to stay mostly cloudy. All right, taking a look at Houghton for tomorrow, 20% chance of rain showers at 8 a.m. and those temperatures warming up to 46 degrees by the end of the morning day. 7-day outlook for Marquette. We'll expect rain showers into even next week.
Thank you very much, Ariane. The Upper Goddess, Lori Cooliu, is outdoors tonight with another campfire recipe to try, but you'll need a cast iron Dutch oven for this one.
Hi, where are we, Dina Camp?
Yes,
on this gorgeous October day. Look at these kids. They're so cute. So we are cooking a pork roast over the fire today, Dean. We've never done it. Look at how gorgeous. I have a whole head of garlic in there. And now we're gonna put in our potatoes and our carrots. I'm hoping they all fit. And I'm gonna add some more chicken broth to this too. And this will all cook down. Doesn't that look good? Now you're always going to want to sprinkle some salt on this. And look at what I made for you, Dean. A piece of crust with my homemade lard. And we're going to just tuck this right in here like this.
Put the rest of the vegetables in there.
Will they fit?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose they'll cook down. Eh? I'll add a little bit more juice to it too. So, see you in 2 hours. So it's been, what, 2 hours, since we put the lid on. Plus we had to micromanage it pretty much, Dean?
Yeah, we did.
You had to control the heat. I mean, it was boiling like crazy, but look at how delicious it looks. We got some smoke there, but the crust came pretty good. Not typically like it does in an oven. In the oven, it would get kind of crispy on top, but...
I don't want to melt your phone.
Yeah, I'm going to taste this crust. And it absorbs some of the juice. So, it's really good. It's got a little bit different texture.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And look at this carrot from my garden. How huge, eh?
It's a beauty.
But look at the juice, how nice. And it tastes really good. And it's still boiling, even though there's hardly no coals under this. But it cooked all together for 4 hours. And the meat is, you know, nice and tender. The top's probably a little dry, but it's a pork loin, so loin can dry out pretty quick, but give it a try. Keep smiling.
Well, 3 new inductees were added to the UP Labor Hall of Fame tonight. The new inductees were honored at a banquet in Marquette for their contributions and dedication to workers, communities, and unions around the UP. All 3 have different backgrounds, but shared an unwavering support for the cause of the working man that's still felt today.
This event is a reflection of workers all over again, workers resurrecting and saying, we're not going to take it anymore, and we're going to fight to make sure that workers have a fair shot at having a decent life.
For the inductees and their families, this was no small honor. To be joining the group that has come before them is something.
It's really an honor to be put up there next to Jerry DeFont, Wayne Roy, Jacob Eddy, and all the rest. It's truly an honor.
Well, I've worked at this for 60 years now, and I chose early on to represent organized labor because it gives me an opportunity to help groups of people as well as individuals. And to be rewarded like this is very gratifying.
It's an honor. You know, it's like I said, a lot of people knew him as a business agent, a hardworking guy. He was on the hospital board. He was involved in a lot of things that, I don't know, I think his family meant more to him than anything.
All of the UP Hall of Fame inductees can be seen on the walls of the Superior Dome, where they are enshrined year-round. This weekend, the man known as America's top psychic medium is performing at the Island Resort and Casino in Harris. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons tells us about his personal journey and what audiences can expect at his show.
My name is Matt Frazier, and I am a psychic medium.
Matt Frazier is now famous for his ability, but when he first learned he'd inherited his family's gift of seeing and hearing the dead, he tried to keep it a secret.
For me, it was like living that movie, The Sixth Sense. I did everything that I could as a child to just push this away. All I wanted was to make the voices stop, to just be able to live a normal life.
Frazier always felt called to help people, starting his career as an EMT. Then one day, he visited a medium himself.
It changed my life because at that moment I realized, oh my God, I can do this too. And I can use this to just help people in a different way.
He began reading for close friends and family, and word traveled quickly. Now he tours the world, sharing his ability with believers and skeptics alike. He describes his often emotional shows as a family reunion with heaven.
So many times we lose a loved one and we're left with questions. Did they pass peacefully? Are they watching over me on the other side? What I love is to be able to see people leave feeling like they finally got answers.
Frazier says every soul has a story to tell, and he never knows who he might hear speaking to him in the crowd.
The moment that I look out onto the audience, the souls start to take over. 1 minute I might be talking to somebody in the front row who had lost their mom. The next thing you know, being in the back with someone who had lost their sister or their brother. It doesn't matter where you sit. It just matters that you're there.
Frazier says his mission each night is to provide a sense of hope, healing, and comfort to those in attendance.
I want people to know when they leave an event, they can still communicate with their loved ones on the other side. They're only just a thought away. When you say, I really wish my dad was here, I really wish my grandmother was here, at that moment, you just sent a message to your loved one. And if you listen closely, you can actually hear a message to yourself.
There are still a few tickets left for Matt Frazier's show on Saturday night, and you can visit WZMQ19.com for more information. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Harris.
Still ahead tonight, treating concussions in children, how a specialist can make a world of difference in the recovery time. Those details are after this break.
Tomorrow is more than just the day ahead. Tomorrow is putting in the energy every single day. We're investing another $4 billion in renewables and low-carbon solutions through 2025 and modernizing our energy infrastructure to lower our emissions, bridging to a sustainable energy future.
Hey, what have you been doing up there?
Honey, only ask questions that you really want the answers to. Okay. Gonna get a reward for being such a nice guy?
As long as nice guys don't finish first.
A good guy, but he's got a big dilemma. 3 girls, a wife, are hanging up on his hands.
Oh my God, are we poor?
You are. We're doing very well.
The family's growing and it's only
I know this might be too late to say, but I'm not sure we should have children.
the last man standing.
Oh, what are you dressed as?
Oh, a farm girl.
E-I-E, I know.
He's the last man standing.
I wasn't always this good at this.
That's Jackson. That's Mike. We went to the mall.
Haters, gonna hate. Peace out.
On Last Man Standing.
You're watching the award-winning WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Sarah Blakely.
U.S. drug maker Moderna plans to begin late-stage trials of its dual COVID-flu vaccine in adults 50 years and older later this year. The development comes after the company says early-stage trials of the shot show the combined dose appears to elicit strong immune responses against both influenza and COVID-19. The drug maker says the combo, called mRNA 1083, is also as effective as separate shots and safe.
We know that sometimes having to return more than once to get vaccines are not really always an option for most people. And let's face it, nobody wants to get shot more than once. So if we can combine 2 vaccines into one around the same time with the same seasonality, that's going to be a win in terms of public health.
Moderna hopes to have regulatory approval for the new shot by 2025. 2 flu shot clinics are coming to Ontonagon this month. Aspirus Ontonagon Hospital and Clinics is holding 2 drive-through flu shot events, Tuesday, October 10th and Tuesday, October 17th. Both of those clinics will be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the clinic on 7th Street. Flu vaccinations are available for people 6 months and older, but kids under 18 years old will need parental consent. There's a $0 copay with most insurances. Aspirus is asking people to schedule an appointment. Just call 906-884-8240. This weekend in Gladstone, an organization is hosting an event to raise awareness about cancer. Pink Pumpkin of Delta County was founded by cancer survivors 12 years ago. The group sends financial assistance to families who are facing a diagnosis.
I had gone through breast cancer. We decided we wanted to help the people of the area. The money we send is obviously never enough for a family going through that, but we just want them to know that Delta County supports them and they're not alone.
Tomorrow morning, the annual Pink Pumpkin 5K will take place along the lakeshore, starting at the Gladstone Pavilion on Lakeshore Drive. Participants can run or walk as much of the route as they want. Attendees can also support those fighting cancer through bucket raffles or by purchasing a pink pumpkin in their honor.
Times when you find someone you know, someone you love has got cancer, you don't know what to do. This gives them an opportunity to donate to the cause, and every dollar that comes into Pink Pumpkin is returned to the community.
Registration for the Pink Pumpkin 5K begins at 9 a.m. at the east end of the Gladstone Pavilion. Many kids suffer concussions, but it can be hard to determine who will have long-term symptoms and who can safely return to sports. As Dr. Malika Marshall reports, getting your child seen by a concussion specialist early on could make all the difference in their recovery.
As a school-based athletic trainer for more than 33 years, Terry Pillsbury knows a lot about concussions.
It might not even be a blow to the head. You know, concussions can occur from whiplash. Concussions can occur from even on a great turf field like this.
The 56-year-old also knows from personal experience. Nearly 2 years ago, she fell off a 5-foot landing, striking the back of her head hard. After weeks of dizziness and sensitivity to loud noises and bright lights, she was eventually referred to the concussion program at Mass General Brigham.
And that's exactly what doctors are hoping children will do after a head injury, get seen by a concussion specialist sooner rather than later.
Dr. Mary Alexis Icarino is a traumatic brain injury specialist who treated Terry. She says it's important to determine which kids may suffer long-term and who is ready to return to sports. If too soon, their symptoms could return even stronger, or in rare cases, never go away.
We used to think that rest was the best medicine for concussion, but research has shown us that actually an active rehabilitation approach is the best way to get people better faster. Some of the things we might do would be to put a child through an exercise progression, through some cognitive testing, through a series of concussion-specific physical exam maneuvers.
That way parents and trainers can know if the child is ready to get back into play.
We're not talking about your finger, your knee, your ankle. We're talking about your brain, and this is something that obviously you need for the rest of your life.
Sound advice for us all.
If a concussion specialist is not available near you, doctors say a team approach with input from a pediatrician, athletic trainer, and school nurse is best. A cool, wet weekend is ahead of us. Ariane has the outlook on the way. And the worldwide celebration of plaid, the unofficial Upper holiday, Platter Day. That's our final story after this break.
Watch WZMQ 19 News wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Subscribe to the 19 News channel on YouTube.
Since the 15th century, Antwerp, Belgium has been the city for diamonds. Erickson Jewelers is going overseas to this diamond capital soon to handpick directly from a sparkling selection unlike any in the world. Tell us what you're looking for and we'll use our connections to personally find it in Antwerp's famous diamond district. This is a special opportunity that allows us to negotiate the best options and value for you. Find out how Erickson Jewelers can bring home your one-of-a-kind Antwerp diamond.
Another thrilling week to play football. The NFL on CBS. Catch all the action this week on WZMQ 19. Sunday, Baltimore plays at Pittsburgh at 1. Then Kansas City travels to play the Minnesota Vikings at 4:25. See you this Sunday for the NFL on WZMQ 19, home of the 2024 Super Bowl.
Help. When you fall and can't get help, you will lie on the floor for hours or days in constant, terrible anguish. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a life every 11 minutes.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-998-6449. That's 1-800-998-6449.
Watching Andy Griffith has one result.
Makes you feel good, don't it? Kind of a warm feeling right in the middle of your stomach, your head 2 or 3 feet above your shoulders. You know why you're feeling that way, don't you, boy?
'Cause I'm pooped.
The Andy Griffith Show, weeknights at 8 on MeTV 19.1.
Currently, we've got some light showers to heavy showers here, most of it in Marquette County, and we will expect scattered showers throughout our weekend. Temps right now also in the 40s, could get down into the upper 30s, especially along the Wisconsin border. We've also got winds to deal with, so if you're missing something out in your yard tomorrow, it's probably in the neighbor's yard, or unless you're on a hill, maybe down the street. Gusts could be up to about 35, 40 miles an hour, so make sure you've got things tied down. Looking ahead to Monday, Indigenous Peoples Day, we've got mostly cloudy conditions and, of course, chances of precipitation. Those temperatures still very cool, and we are into the fall. 7-day outlook for Escanaba. Mostly cloudy skies continuing into next week. Those temperatures, though, hovering in the 50s for the most part. And check this out. I believe this is Lake of the Clouds. Thank you, ACAS. Lots of broccoli out there. Still a little bit of green up north.
Finally today was the unofficial Upper holiday of Platter Day. Started by Bugsy Sailor, of course, in 2011. Platter Day is always the first Friday of October, and it's a day to just celebrate all things plaid and being a Upper. About 500 people in Marquette gathered for the annual group photo at the new Founders Landing Piers, which has grown significantly from the first year.
First year in Marquette, I think we had about 75 people. So today, I mean, probably over 500 people. So it's a big climb, you know, from 75. So it's great to see.
Residents in Houghton may have even broken a world record today of the most people photographed in plaid together, 1,745, according to Visit Keweenaw. And residents in Ironwood also always take a big group photo too. An estimated 800 people there today. You gotta love it. It's just awesome.
Love it. It was great seeing all those photos too.
Yes, and people are still going to be wearing plaid all season long. We'll see you back here.
Watch WZMQ 19 News wherever you are, whenever you're ready. Subscribe to the 19 News channel on YouTube.
Shop hundreds of Lazy Boys at Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Kick back in comfort in an industry-leading recliner. Choose from all fabrics, colors, and sizes with prices starting as low as $4.99, plus free delivery. Shop Kirkish Furniture.